Hubble. In 15 years of working in space, Hubble has taken over 1 million pictures. With Hubble's help, we've learned that most of the stars in our galaxy are forming planets. Hubble was launched in 1990 and has been working on its orbit for over 20 years.
You have probably noticed that the stars don't shine as bright in the city as they do in the country. That's because the city lights are so bright, they outshine the distant light of the stars. That is why it is much better to put telescopes on mountains and far away from big cities. This way, you can see many more stars. But even then, some light gets lost in the atmosphere. That's why scientists decided to send a telescope to space. This telescope is called Hubble, and it helps us uncover wonders we'd never have dreamed of. Taking pictures of different parts of space, it discovered many interesting facts about our universe, found new galaxies, saw nebulae, distant stars, and planets. Every day, Hubble sends 80 gigabytes of data to the Earth, where scientists study it.
Which is colder? Which is hotter? Which is closer to Earth? Which has got moons? Which object weighs more? Great! New mission available. The temperature of the star influences its color, so hot stars look blue, whereas cold stars look red. Every year, our Milky Way galaxy gives birth to 5 new stars. Half of the stars in our galaxy are double. This means that 2 stars are so close that from a distance they look like one.
How many stars do you think you can see on a bright, clear day? Wrong! During the day, we can see the sun, which is also a star that is closest to us. When it disappears below the horizon, we can see thousands of stars in the sky, but all of them are only a small part of our galaxy, called the Milky Way. From the ground, it seems that they are all roughly the same size, but that is not true. Among them are neutron stars, brown dwarfs, red and white giants, and even supergiants. In addition, the stars are at such distances from us, it is hard to imagine. The light from the nearest star after the sun travels to us for more than 4 years. There are stars whose light flies 10,000 years, and there are those whose light still travels to us, although they themselves no longer exist.
Polaris. Polaris is a giant star that points to the north and is almost motionless on the night sky. Polaris has become brighter in the past 100 years. In 1200 years, the title of pole star will go to Al-Rai.
The stars above us are very beautiful and very useful. Before phones and before the compass, people used the stars to guide their way in travels. Those who live in the northern hemisphere noticed that one bright star is always in the north because it is right above the North Pole. It is called Polaris. To find Polaris, you first need to find the Big Dipper. A straight line drawn through one side of the dipper points to Polaris. So if you stand facing Polaris, in front of you will be the north, behind you the south, the east to your right, and the west to your left. Try to find Polaris. Check yourself with a compass.
Cygnus X1. For the star to become a black hole at the end of its life, it should be 3 times larger than the Sun. At the center of our Milky Way galaxy, there is a supermassive black hole that is 1,000,000 times heavier than the Sun. Some black holes rotate at the speed of 1,000 revolutions per second.
Have you ever thought of what happens to stars during their lives? All stars are born huge and very hot. As they live and die, they become smaller and cooler. At the end, a star becomes so tiny, it is called a black hole because it sucks in all the energy around it. It works like a giant cosmic vacuum. It uses gravity to pull in anything around it, be it comets, asteroids, planets, or even rays of light. A black hole is so powerful, it can even change the flow of time. Time near a black hole is much slower than on Earth. It is impossible to see a black hole, but scientists use special tools to look for them and have found about 1,000 so far. One of them is next to a constellation called Cygnus and is called Cygnus X1.